Hello friends, my name is Opak Mark. We are looking at conversion of units. This is part 3 of this topic, and I remind you, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and share this video with your colleagues. Now today we are going to concentrate on conversion of cubic units. Last time we talked of square units. Today we are looking at conversion of cubic units. And talk of cubic units, these are units, for example, the millimeters cubed, centimeters cubed, decimeters cubed, the meters cubed, and then liters, milliliters, etc. Now, if you know how to convert the square units, you are just on point, because this is quite similar. This is very similar. The same procedure is used to convert cubic units. But if you are not familiar with conversion of square units still, this lesson will help you to even understand better the conversion of square units, because the procedures are quite similar. Now, we need to know that, for example, if we have 1000, let me say, if you have 1 meter cube, that is 1 cubic meter, it is equivalent to 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters, which is equivalent to actually 1 million cubic centimeters. Now, if I have, for example, 1 centimeter, it is equivalent to 10 millimeters. So it implies that if I have 1 centimeter cubed is equivalent to 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters, which gives you 1000 cubic milliliters. So in similar way, we can have other conversions. Like, for example, if I have 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1000 millimeters times 1000 millimeters times 1000 millimeters, which gives you 1 billion millimeters cubed, or 1 billion cubic millimeters. Now, also 1 cubic millimeter is equivalent to 1 over 10 centimeters times 1 over 10 centimeters times 1 over 10 centimeters, which gives you 1 over 1000 centimeters cubed, which is equivalent to 0.001 cubic centimeters. Also, 1 cubic centimeter is equivalent to 1 over 100 meters times 1 over 100 meters times 1 over 100 meters, which is equivalent to 1 over 1 million cubic meters, which is the same as 0.000001 meters cubed. You can always put this in standard form, which would be actually 1 times 10 power negative 6, but I don't want to go into that because that's another topic altogether. But if you know how to convert to standard form, then this can always be put in standard form, so that you don't have to write very many zeros like this. Now, also 1 cubic millimeter is equivalent to 1 over 1000 meters times 1 over 1000 meters times 1 over 1000 meters, which is going to be 1 over 1 billion meters, and that will be equivalent to 0.0000001 cubic meters. Now, the zeros are too many there, so if you know the standard form, it's always advisable you put this to standard form, so that you just have to put something like 1 times 10 to the power negative 9. Let's look at this next one also, that 1 cubic decimeter is equal to 1000 cubic meter. This is very important for you to know, that 1 cubic decimeter is equivalent to 1000 cubic meter, sorry, cubic centimeter. And also we need to know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1 decimeter cubed, or 1 cubic decimeter. So this is equivalent to that, and this is equivalent to that. So it simply implies that 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 cubic centimeters. So that is very, very important for you to know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 cubic centimeters. Let's look at some examples to understand this better, to understand this topic better. Let's look at this example. Part A, first of all, convert the following units. Part A, 250 cubic meters to cubic centimeters, and then 20 liters to cubic meters, 30 cubic centimeters to cubic millimeters, 12,500 cubic centimeters to milliliters, 5,000 cubic millimeters to cubic centimeters, and lastly 15,000 cubic meters, cubic centimeters to liters. Okay, let's see part A. We have 250 cubic meters to cubic centimeters. Now here we know that 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters, and so if we cube on both sides, that is if we power both sides by 3, we shall have 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter is equivalent to 100 times 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters. And therefore, if we multiply this, first of all, 1 times 1 times 1, that is 1 meter times meter times meter gives you meters cubed. So we shall have 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1 million cubic centimeters, because if we multiply 100 times 100 times 100, we get 1 million. Centimeters times centimeters times centimeters gives you cubic centimeters. So we have that relationship. So it implies that 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1 million cubic centimeters. And so if I have 250 cubic meter, it's going to be equivalent to 250 times 1 million cubic centimeters. When we multiply that, we shall have 250 million cubic centimeters. So that's how you can convert 250 cubic meters to cubic centimeters. Let's look at the next example. 20 liters to cubic meters. Now, for us to convert this, first of all, we know we have a relationship between liters and cubic centimeters. We know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 cubic centimeters. So we can convert, first of all, the 20 liters to cubic centimeters, then we can convert it to cubic meters. So first of all, we shall say 1 liter is equal to 1000 cubic centimeters. What about the 20 liters? So 20 is going to be 20 times 1000, which will give you 20,000 cubic centimeters. So now we have converted the 20 liters to cubic centimeters, which is 20,000 cubic centimeters. Now we need to convert the 20,000 cubic centimeters to cubic meters. Now we have that relationship already. We had already seen that 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1 million cubic centimeters. We have that relationship. If I interchange this, and I can start with 1 million cubic centimeters is equivalent to 1 cubic meter. What about 1 cubic centimeter? 1 cubic centimeter is going to be 1 over 1 million cubic meter. And 1 over 1 million is equivalent to, of course, something like 1 times 10 to the power negative 6. But now, if 1 cubic centimeter is equivalent to 1 over 1 million cubic meter, what about the 20,000 cubic centimeters? So I'll simply multiply 20,000 by 1 over 1 million cubic centimeters, sorry, cubic meters, and that will give us 20,000 divided by 1 million cubic meters. if we divide that, we get 0.02 cubic meters. So it implies that 20 liters is equivalent to 0.02 cubic meters. Yeah. Let's look at the next question. 30 centimeters cubed to cubic millimeters. 30 cubic centimeters to cubic millimeters. Now we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. And if we cube on both sides, it simply implies that 1 centimeter cubed is going to be the same as, because 1 centimeter cubed is the same as 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter is going to be equivalent to 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters. And that will give you 1 cubic centimeters is going to be equivalent to 1,000 cubic millimeters. Now, if 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1,000 cubic meters, sorry, cubic millimeters, what about the 30 cubic centimeters? So I'm going to multiply 30 by 1,000, which will give me 30,000 cubic millimeters. So that is going to give us 30,000 cubic millimeters. So that is 30 centimeters cubed, or 30 cubic centimeters is equivalent to 30,000 cubic millimeters. But D, 12,500 cubic centimeters to milliliters. Now we know that we have a relationship between cubic centimeters and liters. So first of all, we are going to change this to liters. That is the 12,500 cubic centimeters to liters. We shall have that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. So we need to have this relationship. You need to know this relationship because it's going to help you in converting the centimeters cubed to milliliters. Now, if 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic liters, I can simply also say that 1,000 cubic centimeters is equivalent to 1 liter. And so, what about if I talk of 1 liter? Sorry, 1 centimeter cubed or 1 cubic centimeter. 1 cubic centimeter is going to be 1 divided by 1,000 liters. So 1 cubic centimeters is going to be 1 over 1,000 liters. And so, if I have 12,500 cubic centimeters, is going to be 12,500 times 1 over 1,000, which will give me 12,500 divided by 1,000, that is 12.5. That's 12.5 liters. 12.5 liters, because the symbol for liters is small l. So we have converted the cubic centimeters, the 12,500 cubic centimeters, to liters. Now we are going to convert the 12.5 liters to milliliters. Now mil is a small, or let me say, is a prefix for times 10 to the power negative 3. So it is a smaller, so milliliter is a smaller unit compared to liters. Milliliter is a smaller unit compared to liters because mil is times 10 to the power negative 3, which is like 0.001. So it means that it is a smaller unit. So it means that 1 liter is going to be equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. And so if I have 12.5 liters, is going to be the same as 12 times 1,000 milliliters, which will give us 12,500 milliliters. So it implies that 12,500 cubic centimeters is equivalent to 12,500 milliliters. So we can clearly see from this that 1 cubic centimeters is equivalent to 1 milliliters. And that's why 12,500 cubic centimeters is equivalent to 12,500 milliliters. Let's look at this. 5,000 cubic millimeters to cubic centimeters. First of all, we know that 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1,000 cubic millimeters. How this one comes about, the same way we've been doing it, that is 1 cubic centimeters is the same as 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter. But we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So if I also do the same this side, it means that 1 cubic centimeter is, if I cube also the other side, it means that 1 cubic centimeter is going to be 10 millimeter times 10 millimeter times 10 millimeter times 10 millimeter. That is if I cube both sides. So that's how I get 1 cubic centimeter is going to be equivalent to 1,000 millimeters cubed. Now, what about if this is equivalent to that? Now I'm converting from millimeters cubed to centimeters cubed. So it means that I need to interchange this, and I have 1,000 millimeters cubed is equivalent to 1 cubic centimeter. And then I make this one unit. So because I'm changing from millimeters to millimeters cubed to centimeters cubed, so I will need this one to be 1. If 1,000 millimeters cubed is equal to 1, what about 1? So 1 cubic millimeter is going to be 1 over 1,000. It's going to be 1 over 1,000. If this is equal to that, then 1 is going to be 1 over 1,000 cubic centimeters. So 1 millimeters cubed is equal to 1 over 1,000 cubic centimeters. And if I have the 5,000, is going to be 5,000 times, if 1 is equivalent to this, then 5,000 is going to be equivalent to 5,000 times 1 over 1,000 cubic meters, so the cubic centimeters, which will give us 5,000 divided by 1,000. 5,000 divided by 1,000 gives you 5 cubic centimeters. It will give you 5 cubic centimeters. So 5,000 cubic millimeters is equivalent to 5 cubic centimeters. Part F, 15,000 cubic centimeters to liters. I think now this one here, we are quite more familiar with this conversion because we have a good relationship between liters and cubic centimeters. We know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeters. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. And so I can also say that 1,000 cubic centimeters is equivalent to 1 liter. Now I need to make this one. What if 1,000 is equal to 1 liters? What about 1 cubic centimeters? 1 cubic centimeter is going to be 1 over 1,000 liters. So 1 cubic centimeter is going to be equal to 1 over 1,000 liters. Now, but here I have 15,000 cubic centimeters. If 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 over 1,000 liters, what about 15,000 cubic centimeters? So I'm simply going to multiply the 15,000 by this one. That is 15,000 times 1 over 1,000 liters. Now 15,000 divided by 1,000, that is 15 liters. So that is going to give us 15 liters. Yeah, so that's how you can convert these things. That is converting the cubic units. Hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Yeah, thank you so much for attending unto this lesson. let us meet in the next lesson. If you have any question, please don't forget to email me on this email address, that is mark.opak@yahoo.com. Yeah, we meet in the next lesson.